Hello and welcome to the Inventors Arena. I'm Ed and this is Scott, and today we're going to be discussing playing the Collaborate game Inventor. Take it away, Scott.
Fun topic, right? Well, let's talk a little bit about the history of games, and particularly gaming for education and entertainment, because that's what we specialize in, is kind of what we call edutainment. Edutainment. So learning can be fun along the way, and we like to do that. So we design games that are for fun, for education, and like we say, for edutainment purposes. So we created a game called Collaborate, the Collaborate game, and feel free to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content that we have. And we're going to tell you more about our version of the Collaborate game, which we've created over a time period of a year now, probably.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game for everybody to play, and we have different disciplines, and we're going to talk all about it.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be talking mostly on this one about the Inventors.
Yeah.
So designed for inventors, but there's also, like Scott mentioned, there's other related games that we've been working on too. Strategy, operational excellence, startups, strategic relationships. Scott just finished one on marketing and sales, finance, project management, manufacturing and prototyping, and many others. Actually, there's lots of engineering ones. And they're designed to help develop individuals and teams. So these games are for small, medium, or mid-sized firms that want to increase knowledge and drive growth in their companies.
We have a game for everybody, right? Yeah. Our game is designed to teach inventors specifically the various aspects of inventing and the business that goes along with the learning environment.
Yeah, just a lot of the stuff that we actually teach on the channel goes into that, and it's to learn and to have fun, right?
Yep, it's just a different model that we're using, because we've learned that a lot of inventors out there really like to play games.
And they like to avoid pitfalls too, right?
Yes, they do. And the game helps to do that. And we purposefully designed this around teamwork, because if you've listened to any of our other videos, we talk about a team all the time, and the game matches and goes along with that train of thought.
Because a lot of inventors have the tendency to want to do it all themselves, and we really encourage teamwork, because that allows you to run a lot of things in parallel and actually get to where you need to be and get your stuff done.
Yep.
So who's it for, the game specifically? Well, it's available for students of the full-time, the Inventors Arena program that we offer. It automatically comes with the full program. It can also be played in inventors groups for entertainment and to gain knowledge, because you got all kinds of good people sitting in that room generally. And sometimes you'll even have 2 or 3 game boards going. So you're going to have a mix of mentors that are there. You're going to have inventors that are there. You're going to have possibly patent attorneys or agents. You're going to have marketing people, all that thing.
Which
that
is
makes,
great.
oh yeah, it makes a great game when you get all that experience coming in from different positions. So, and I would also encourage you as an inventors group to use it to entice new members to come to your meetings. You can say, oh, we're going to have game night tonight. And that goes over pretty well.
Yeah, it's a fun way to get everybody together. And you learn something while playing a game. So it's not like your typical somebody gets up with 32 PowerPoint slides and delivers a presentation to you. This is kind of a fun way to talk about all of those topics that you would talk about in a presentation, but it's interactive.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're kind of having fun while you're doing it, and it's the next person's play, and you're hearing what they have to say, and then there's talk across the table and drawing, all kinds of cool stuff that goes on. And we'd always suggest too that, you're going to learn, you're going to have fun, but don't over disclose your invention, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you do an NDA or whatever, that, like we always say, we never give legal advice on this channel, but we would highly suggest to you, don't overget your invention, and be with the real trustworthy groups. So Scott, why don't you tell us about the rules?
The rules, all the boring parts, right? So to make sure everybody is playing fairly and we get a winner at the end, right? So all the players line up at the starting point of the game with their respective player piece. The player rolls a die to determine who goes first, and the game is then played in a clockwise position.
Yes.
The player who rolls the highest number goes first. The player for whom it is their turn rolls one die, unless otherwise instructed by a card, and moves the number of spaces according to the number rolled. Movement can be in a forward or backward direction, but the amount of the moves must be in only one direction, not a combination of forward and backwards.
Yes, that keeps it so it's not too confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more rules. The color of the space corresponds to the color of the card the player plays. Players can use a phone or other electronic device to verify an answer they don't know, provided it is within the time allotted. Players collect money and chips as gameplay progresses. If a player is forced to move during the game, the money and the chips stay with the chair and do not move with the player.
I like that.
At any point, a player can purchase a chip of their choice for 5,000 beans.
Yeah, the winner is the player who collects each of the chips, including the Invention Expression, Patents Plus, Future Fantastic, Brainstorm, Wildcards, and Business Acumen. Once one of each of those chips is collected, the player advances to trade their collected chips in for the key to finish the game. And the key is right there where you get to exit and you enter the arena.
Exactly.
Players can take different routes through the brain labyrinth. Our game looks like a brain, so we'll kind of hold that up here so you can see what it looks like.
That's a much bigger brain than yours is, Scott.
We blew it up a little bit. That actually is my brain. But you can see the thought spot in the middle, so the players can pass through that thought spot. They must land exactly on the thought spot space to play the card that corresponds with it. In a similar fashion, players must land exactly on the black space adjacent to whichever chip that they're trying to collect. Only one chip can be collected per play, even when purchasing the chip.
Very good. Boy, that's lots of rules. I'm going to hold up one of these fancy cards. What does that say? It says, collect $3,500 for landing on Thought Spot. A kind of a hint for the game is you can really gain big or lose big if you hit that thought spot. So that's kind of my love of it. More rules for the game. If time runs out, say 2 to 4 hours, give or take, depending on time available, the player with the most chips wins. If more than one player has the same amount of chips, then the one with the most money is declared the winner. Alternately, if there are 10 minutes or less until the game needs to be completed, the lightning round can begin. In the lightning round, each player begins to roll 2 dice on their turn. Upon rolling, the player can pick which number of the rolled dice they want to move or the total amount of the roll. The objective is to have fun and learn the basics of inventing with the goal of monetizing your invention. Again, it comes back to the same concept. You want to monetize and have fun.
Yeah, and the player with the most money wins, just like life, right?
So as you say many times, have fun and play to win. Share it with your inventor friends and let us know if you have some interest in playing other versions.
Yeah, and as always, we invite you to go to the inventorsarena.com. You can learn more about the game there. You can also learn more about the game by going to our game website at collaborategame.com. And so you can visit both of those places to get more information. As always, we invite you to join an Inventors group that's in your local area. And if you do that, mention the game as part of the process. It'll be a fun way for you as the new member to introduce a fun way to get introduced into the Inventors group. I almost guarantee they've never played a game in their Inventors group.
Yes.
Before, so that'd be fun. Please continue to send us your suggestions and your comments for new content. We hope you like and subscribe our content as previously mentioned, and we appreciate the thumbs up, and we wish you a great day of inventing and game playing.
Yes, and thank you for being a great audience.
The Inventors.